Okay, we'll go ahead and get started here. It looks like everything is working correctly. First off, just want to say thanks for being here. I know this was kind of an impromptu, kind of off-the-cuff training, but this is something I'm going to be doing anyway today for my marketing. And I thought, well, if I'm going to be doing it, somebody may be able to get use out of it, and I'll just do a quick training. So this is one of my items. This is my marketing list that I try and do every day. See, these different columns are for today's, and I put X marks through them when I'm done. And I'll try and do all of these every day, but obviously based on the open ones, it doesn't happen all the time, but I'm getting better, and that's the plan. This is actually the first time I've ever printed that sheet, so I'm doing pretty good for the first time. I'm getting better and better at it, but I thought, you know, I'm going to be doing these images anyway. Somebody could probably get some use out of watching it. You know, I've got this open, kind of a last-minute invite on Facebook. Anybody who wanted to jump on and watch over my shoulder. It's not going to be fancy or anything like that. I'm just going to be going through my steps and kind of explaining what I'm doing as I go. So if somebody jumps on, great. If not, no big deal. I'm going to record this. In fact, it's recording right now. If you're seeing this, you are watching the recording because nobody has jumped on. So I wanted to go ahead and get this done, and I'm going through the steps anyway. Like I said, this is not going to be a fancy presentation. I'm just going to be kind of looking over my shoulder at what I'm doing. So having said that, like I said, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Hope you get something out of this. Feel free to watch this video back if you need to. And I'm going to stop my camera here, and I'm going to do a screen share with you so that I can share on my screen what I am doing. And it's really pretty simple. So let me just share my entire desktop. So I'm looking at my, I'm logged in as a monitor on my iPad, and I'm looking at my screen, and it appears to be working correctly. So you should be seeing Google right now. And this is usually where I start whenever I'm looking for images. Try and keep it real simple. So in my industry, what I do is I teach and train network marketers, internet marketers, how to brand themselves online, how to grow their network marketing or MLM business online. And what I like to teach is attraction marketing. And in order to attract those type of people to me, I need to be posting images that they find attractive or relevant. A lot of people that are in this industry are really into mindset, motivation, inspiration, things like that. So normally what I'll do is I'll just start out and search for motivational quotes. And if you're in weight loss, you'd probably search for weight loss images, weight loss quotes, skincare, travel images, travel quotes if you're into travel. And then I'll just click on the images up here. And this is the real simple way to do this if you're in a rush or something. You just go through and find an image that you know, kind of that you really like, and you know, that you think would speak to your target market. So let's just say this is tough times never last, but tough people will. Let's say you want to keep that, and I actually do. So I'll right click on it, and I'll save image as, and I'll just put it wherever I want to. I'm just going to leave it in the downloads. So now that one's been saved. You just go through and save the ones you want. And I want to show you how to brand them to yourself. But I do want to tell you one thing that I do not do. And see this image here? It has a website at the bottom. I don't recommend to ever cut those off. I see people do that. They'll take this image and use it as their own, and they'll cut that out. I don't do that. Now, the images that I normally use, if it has a website at the bottom, I will leave that. I will give credit to the person who created this. But if it's just a blank one like I saved here, it doesn't have, you know, I don't know who Robert Schuller is. I'm assuming he's the one who quoted this, but it doesn't have a website or anything. So I will usually put my website at the bottom of those because it's not credited to anybody already. So, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So that's how I would do that if I were in a hurry, if I were, you know, just wanting to get something done, get something out there. You can take these images and share them straight, you know, to Instagram or Facebook or whatever, just like that. But I'm going to show you how to brand them to yourself if you want to, and how to square them up to where they are, you know, something that is used by Instagram or any social media really without that platform cropping them and cutting off the words around them. So I'll show you how to do that too. Now another thing you can do is if you find one of these quotes that you like and you do want to create your own, let's say you liked this one, but you like the quote, but it has success.com at the bottom. You can go to Google and just Google HD wallpapers, and you can find a wallpaper in images that you think is relevant to that quote, and you can download that that wallpaper just like we did the image before. You can just open it up, right click, save image as, and put it wherever you want. And then you can use the program that I'm going to show you. It's actually just a website called canva.com, and you can put those quotes over the top of these HD wallpapers so that you have a really high quality professional looking wallpaper, but you've made it your own. You made that quote image your own. So you can do that. I just wanted to show you that right quick. So that's where I would start. I would start just searching for inspirational, motivational quotes. Like I said, travel images, anything like that that you want to use that would be beneficial to your market, your target market. Not necessarily you, but your target market. So after those are downloaded, I'll go over to canva.com. This is a free website to use, free to use and make images, especially if you're bringing your own images and creating your own text and things like that. They do have templates and things that you can use, backgrounds that you can use. There are a lot of free ones, but they also have some that they charge upwards of $1 for, $1 each. So just know that this is free to use if you bring your own, but there are some instances where you may want to pay. It may be an image that just really speaks to you and you want to use. You may want to pay $1 for it, but just to use the website to create your own images, things like that are free. So I usually start with my social media post on Instagram. That's where I'm, have my most presence, my most following. I have 19.5 thousand followers over there. So that's usually where I start, and then I'll take that same image and syndicate it to Facebook, my personal profile, my business page, my groups, and things like that. But I usually start with Instagram, and Instagram really likes square images. If you want to see the whole image show up, they really like the square images. So when I start up one from scratch, we're going to end up with something like this. But when I start from scratch, this is where you'd start. You just click this social media post. You can see it's 800 by 800, which is perfectly square, and it's a nice big size. So you can just click on that, and it will open up a new page with that canvas in the background. You can see it's a nice square white canvas here that we've got to work with. Now, what I do is I go over to uploads and I upload the images that I want to use. You can do that one of two ways. You can either click on upload, find your image that you want to put in there to use and use that, or you can browse to it such as this, and you can drag it over into there, okay? So you can either drag it from your computer or you can click on the button to upload. So I've got a couple here that I've already got uploaded. Actually, we're just going to do one just to make this quick and easy. So I'm going to use this one, and all I have to do, since it's already uploaded, just click on it and it'll bring it in. And I want to make this as big as I can to take up as much of the canvas as possible, so it's really easy to read and to see on social media. And you can see Canva, when you drag this back and forth, it snaps to, like that snaps to the vertical. So it's showing you that image is centered inside the canvas. If I drag it down, it'll snap horizontally too. So that's perfectly centered horizontally and vertically on the canvas. I like to leave it a little higher though, because I'm going to put my brand down here at the bottom. All right, let me show you something. You can see it has these white borders on the sides. Well, I want to blend those as much as possible. So one way you can do that is this extension. I'm using Chrome right now as my browser. And there's an extension called ColorZilla. I'm over here in my extensions. You can see it's ColorZilla. you can add that extension to Chrome. I'll show you what that does. We really don't need it in this instance, but I want to show it to you anyway. This is the icon for the tool, ColorZilla. You just click on it, and you click Page Color Picker, and that'll make it active. You can see there's crosshairs. So wherever you put those crosshairs, whatever color that is hovering over, it's going to copy the color code of that color. This one's pretty much black, so I'm not real worried about it. But let's say we wanted this light gray, okay? So if I clicked right there, it's going to copy that color code to the clipboard. That's a lot of C's, isn't it? It's going to copy that color code to the clipboard. So you can go over to background, and that's going to be what the color that you're making this canvas behind it. You go over to background. I can add a new color, and then down here where it says color code, I can just do Control V, and it'll pop that color in there. That doesn't match real well. I'm not too worried about it because on this one I'm actually just going to click on the black here and just make it black, so that blends really well. So the next thing I want to do is add text, and I always just use this add heading. So that'll pop that in there. I'll just highlight it and put in Steve B Marketing Tips.com. I'm going to highlight the whole thing again, make sure I spelled it right for one. And then I typically use a font, if I can find it most times, called Kashan Script. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's the one I like to use. I like the look of it. It's nice and legible. You know, it's kind of scripty, but it's still nice and legible, so I like it. So I've been using that as much as I can. I'm going to scale this down just a little bit because it's too in your face. I like it to be legible, but not, you know, overpowering. We go a little bit smaller even. And then I'm going to move this up just a hair. In fact, I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit. Because if I want to put my website on there, it might as well be visible. If it's too small for anybody to read, then why even bother? So now one thing I want to show you, let's say I had my text in here first, and you can bold it with this script, with this font you can't, but this is where you would bold it, italicize, center it up, all that good stuff. You can change the color of it, so if the background was white, I could change the color to black. That's where you would do that. And one thing I do want to show you though is, let's say I put the text in first and then the image came in later. Well, if I did that, this is what it would do. Okay, and it's a really easy fix. You just click on your text and you'll do arrange and bring it forward. So you can do that with any of your elements that you put in here. You can bring them forward, backward, whatever, so that what you want to be on top is. So this one's done. It took a lot longer than it normally does. It usually takes me about 30 seconds because I already have this template ready to go, and I'll just pop in the next image and I'll kind of show you that. So I'm just going to hit download. I go ahead and use this recommended file type PNG because it's a high quality one, and then I'll just save it in my downloads. All right, so it's in there. I've already got my downloads open, and let's see. Where'd it go? Why it's not showing my date like it normally does? Okay, so I'm going to call this, let's just call it number 11. Just rename it. And I'm just going to drag it over because I've got this folder already made to where I'm storing all my quotes up. So you'll be able to see it. This is what we created. And these are some others that I did a little bit earlier before it popped into my head that, hey, maybe I should do this and, you know, show other people how to do this. They get some use out of it. So that's how you would do it. That's how you'd save it to your computer and all that good stuff. Now, what I would do is once I'm done with this one, this is how I went through them so quick earlier. I just click on the image here, hit this little trash can and delete it. And I'm actually going to delete it out of my uploads because I'm not going to ever use it again. I don't want to accidentally use it again. And then I can pick a different one. Let's say I want to use this one. Just click on it. And I do the same thing. You know, I'd change the background color so it's more of this grayish color. And there you go. That's how you do the next one. And just to show you how quick and easy it really is, just pick this color. backgrounds. Sometimes these colors don't match perfectly, but they're good enough. I'm gonna make it just a little bit darker. And I'd probably go with that. I don't spend too much time on them. I mean, that's the whole point of doing it this way, so it's nice and easy. So you can see how quickly, once you've got your template set up and your uploads in here, how quickly you can go from one to the next. So that's how I would do it. Now I've got all these images ready to go. And what I use to schedule is Hootsuite. I'm using it, I'm just using the free version. I think you get two or three social media streams. I think it's three, let me see. Yeah, so I've got my Instagram, my Facebook personal profile, and my Facebook page in here. So you're limited to 3 profiles that you can add to it whenever you're using the free version. That's fine with me because I use a different program called IFTTT, If This Then That. And if you go to my blog, stevebmarketingtips.com, I've got a blog post on there showing how to use IFTTT to automate and automatically syndicate a lot of your stuff. So I'll kind of explain what I'm talking about there in just a second. But usually all I use is Instagram. I like to post what they call natively to Facebook because Facebook shows it to more people if you upload directly from your phone or your computer to Facebook as opposed to sharing it through an automated system. So I usually do that natively. But Instagram, the only way to post on Instagram is from your mobile device. I'm not sure if you know that or not. So even though we're doing this in Hootsuite, it's going to send me a push notification on my phone that it's time to post it whenever I have it scheduled. And then whenever I click on that push notification, it will actually open up Instagram, and I will be posting natively through Instagram, but Hootsuite will be giving me, it will already have the image in there on my phone and ready to go. It just really simplifies things. So let's just show you how I do that. What I'll do is I'll go over here. We'll go ahead and close this download so don't get confused. And I'll just pick one of these. I'll just pick number 2. I'm just going in order, and I'll just drag it over here. There we go. Now it's uploading into Hootsuite. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and go down here. I think that one was Work Hard, Dream Big. Had something to do with dreams. I have one that I've already done before that talked about dreams. So I'm going to see what hashtags I used and probably just use the same ones. So this one here, see it's got a dreams hashtag. I'm just going to Control-C and just copy that and just pop it in here. Now, I'm going to add some brackets just to kind of make this link stand out because links are not clickable in Instagram. So whenever this posts, they won't be able to click on this, but at least with these brackets, it'll kind of stand out a little bit more in case they did want to type it up. This is the same link that I have in my profile. A lot of times I'll say, check my profile for the link. So if they go to my Instagram profile, that is clickable in there. So anyway, these are the hashtags I'm going to use for this. I'm just going to read over them real quick and see if there is anything I want to add or take away. I think instead of focus, because this doesn't focus, I'm going to put work hard. Work hard, dreams. I'm just going to add one. Dream big. Okay, hopefully that kept recording. If not, oh well. So I think where I left off was just getting ready to post this. We've got the 2 new hashtags I put in there, took out some of the others. Now, scheduling, there are a couple options. I've got auto schedule on because Hootsuite knows based on its platform when the best times to post are. So I'm going to let it go ahead and do that, and you can change those settings, how many times per day you want it to auto schedule, or you can turn that off and you can schedule your own date. You can actually do it right now. If you prefer just to go ahead and send it, you can do that. I'm going to leave this on auto schedule because I'm just building up and building up my scheduled posts, so they're ready to go out. I'll show you that too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hit auto schedule, and it'll tell me it's done, success. So this is the stream here that I have scheduled. So I've got all of these already scheduled. I've got another one starting that's ready to go out in 26 minutes. I'll get a notification on my phone to post that one. And then here's 2 of them for tomorrow, 2 of them for the next day, and this is the one we just did. Now, if you want to have more or less posts per day, if you're using the auto schedule, you can do that over in settings. You click on settings, it'll pull up your account. You go to auto schedule. You tell it what days you're wanting to post, between what hours, and then how many per day, up to, and I'm doing 2. I just like 2. So that's where you can change that. And then once they're posted, they'll pop over here. So trying to think if there's anything else. That's pretty much it. That's pretty simple, isn't it? I'll get those scheduled out, and what I'll do with those is once they're posted, like I said, it will automatically, Hootsuite will put the image on my phone. Well, once it's posted to Instagram, it'll automatically store in my camera roll on my phone. So I'll go into my camera roll, and I'll actually from there post it to my Facebook personal profile and my fan page if it's relevant to those. Now, IFTTT automatically syndicates it to, once it's posted on Instagram, it knows to automatically post it on LinkedIn, I believe Google Plus, and I know Twitter. So it will automatically post to those 3 platforms for me, and I'll just do Facebook natively because Facebook likes that, and I like to make Facebook happy. So anyway, if you got any questions, hit me up over on Facebook, facebook.com/sbickford7. Let's see, I can show you here since we're here. You can look me up there, send me a friend request, shoot me a message, let me know if you have any questions. Also, my fan page, Steve A. Bickford. And of course, if you want any other trainings like this, stevebmarketingtips.com. That's where I put these trainings and things. This leveragefreedom.com, I need to change that out, but that actually goes to my blog as well, stevebmarketingtips.com. So I've got it forwarding there. So anyway, hope you have a good one. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and if I can do anything to help you, let me know. Bye for now.